Okay, I feel like I got to get this one out today, even though the life force is like drained out of me. This is a continuation about Aquarius's biggest secret. This is something that, like, not too long after I shot that last video, I thought to myself, man, there's another part to that, but I'm going to hold off on it for a little while. I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to hold off on a continuation. But yesterday I was talking to a viewer about something, I don't even remember, and it got brought out in conversation. So I took that as my cue to go ahead and to do the continuation on this. So essentially, Aquarius is one of the biggest secrets. I mean, it's not really secret. It's just more like something we like to keep to ourselves because it doesn't feel right. It's not very uncommon whatsoever for your average Aquarian to be living their life with something completely unrelated to their life just overwhelming their obsessive thoughts. And it's just kind of like it could be, like I said, a person, a situation, it could be anything. But since most of you like to hear about relationships and other people and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and run with that part. So if it's another person, the bad part about it is, here's the part that I'm actually kind of ashamed of, and this is actually really hard for me to talk about, but it is the truth. Like I said, it's my responsibility to bring these things to the forefront, and since this is the part that I chose to play. The bad part about it is that we are very, very, very good at making you feel like you are not special. Okay, and we will make damn sure you do not think you are anything whatsoever, to us, if you happen to be that person who we are obsessing over. And it's kind of funny too. A lot of you might be wondering, well, okay, so how do I tell if they really don't care about me or if they're obsessing over me and pretending they don't care about me? Well, that's the trick. If we do it right, you can't tell. But, for the sake of the matter here, if you really want to play detective, which I'm sure most of you do, really look for signs of them going out of their way to make it known that you are at the bottom of their priority list. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like, for example, you could say something like, "Oh, well, I heard you was looking at my Facebook profile," or something like that, and you could hear an Aquarius would probably say something like this, would say, "Oh yeah, you're on the list of about 20 people that I check up on every day, and you know what I'm saying? Just like really every time you or the situation or anything relating to you comes into the picture, they will do their best to make it known to not just you but everybody that, oh, you are just at the bottom of the list." And we're very good at taking somebody's self-esteem and just shattering it to pieces. And and the reason that we do it though is because it's embarrassing. It does not feel normal. But that's fixed air. That's how fixed air works. You have to think about it. If use your imagination. Air, obviously, when we're talking about an astrological energy, not just energies to work magic with, but as an astrological energy, air represents the flow of thought and intellect, mainly thought. So when air is fixed, what do you picture in your mind when you picture fixed air? A tornado. The air is fixed into one spot, and it's just barreling down, fixed. It is a fixation of air. That's just an example. You can take that and run with it however you want. But when the air, the thoughts, and the intellect are fixated, then it can drive your average person pretty insane and pretty crazy. And we're very, very good at that. And that, like I said, I think that's probably the bad part about it. That's a quality that I'm not proud of. And that had I not chosen to play this part and do what I'm doing here, there's no way I would have admitted that. But it actually makes me feel a lot better to go ahead and get that out there. Like I said, my goal is somewhere within the next 10 to 15 years, the light on the Aquarius sign is going to be shed in a different manner. people are going to be looking at us differently. There's going to be a new understanding, because just look at it. Look at the history of all of the astrological signs. The vast majority of them, people are catching up and evolving with the flow. But when it comes to Aquarius, it seems like it's just still the biggest mystery that people don't understand. And that started driving me pretty insane. So if I really want to do something about it, I got to be all the way real. I feel like that's my responsibility. I got to be 100% real, 100% honest, can't sugarcoat nothing. You know, most people, when they talk about their sign, they try to defend it. They try to defend the bad qualities. No, you got to transcend the bad qualities. You know, you don't want to act like they're not there. And on the other hand, you also don't want to use them as excuses. I've said that before. Some people use the negative signs of their, you know, zodiac as excuses for their shitty behavior. You don't want to do that either. You want to own it. You know, own the good and the bad. It's not doing you any good not to own it. You're just basically hiding from yourself is all you're really doing. So I feel like it's my responsibility to bring everything to light if I'm doing this. And that's one of the bad things we can do. We can lead you to believe that you are absolutely nothing special, especially if you're interested in us. It's embarrassing, to be honest with you. It's embarrassing, and it's just, I don't know. That's the only word I can think of. It's embarrassing. So, but again, I'll go ahead and reiterate that if we do it right, which most of the time we do, you can't tell a difference. You can't tell a difference whether or not we really honestly have no interest, or whether or not we are obsessing over you and trying to lead you to believe that we're not. So, like I said, if you suspect that that you may be the obsession, somebody who takes up a lot of space in the Aquarian mind, look for these signs. Look for them trying to divert your attention away from that idea. Just like over and over and consistently, persistently, every time the opportunity comes up, really making an obvious effort to lead you to not believe that. Definitely make it known that that's not the case, okay? So, may make a few Aquarians mad. Of course, I always think that every time I want to come out with something like this, and it never happens, but I'm still prepared for that day that I finally, you know, reveal the one thing that no Aquarius wants anybody to know, and I just get pummeled with backlash and insults and people getting mad at me. But oh well, if that happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I'm speaking the truth. That's how I roll. I tell it like it is, not how I feel it is, not how I would prefer it to be. I tell it like it actually is. So I hope you all got something out of that. So I hope you have a good one. I'm gonna catch you all later and get out of here.